What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Master Course of Purpose Money. I hope you're doing great and I hope you're learning, and I'm excited to connect with you today again in lesson number 4, which is step number 4, as you continue learning and implement the important things that we're learning in your financial journey. So I'm happy to be here, and I hope you have a notebook and what you know by now, a pen or pencil, so you can be able to write down what is important, what stands out. But also, this video is accompanied by text, so make sure you read that as well because it's more detailed. I'm just giving you kind of a summary of what you need to learn so you can be able to be successful. So what we're going to learn today, step number 4, is dealing with debt. Dealing with debt. Guys, this is a very, very important topic, and I couldn't wait to talk to you about this and share a few thoughts that will help you. Maybe you're listening at me and you already are in debt, or maybe you're thinking about borrowing money, or maybe you're not thinking yet, but at some point in your life you may think about borrowing money. It is important that you get some type of education about debt, what it is, and how to deal with it so that debt does not become a problem to you. So in the financial arena, when it comes to money and borrowing, there are two sides. One side is the borrower, and the another side is the lender. We have the borrower and the lender. The borrower, of course, obviously, is somebody who borrows money from the lender. The lender is the person or the organization or the entity that has the money, they have the cash. So why are they allowing you to get money from them? Why does the lender give you money? I think you know that the lender does business. They are not giving you money because they like you so much and they want you to be very successful. Of course, when you get money and you use it wisely, you can be successful. But the lender doesn't give you money for those reasons. They give you money because they are in business. They are giving you money so that when you return money, you return with the interest, which is profit for them. So I want you to go with me as we look into this whole thing about debt. Now, with that, you want to be able to stay out of debt as much as you can. And I wanna encourage you to avoid debt at all, by any means. If you can, avoid debt, because debt is not something that's very good for you. Now, I know there are some circumstances that pushes people to get debt, to get loans. But in general, as your financial coach, I'm gonna tell you right here, you need to avoid debt. You need to avoid getting loans, to borrow money. And the reason you'll be able to avoid to do that is if you follow these principles that we are teaching you here. The principles that I'm sharing with you will cause you to not have a need with borrowing money. How to get out of debt? If you're only making a minimum payment on debt, you are doing exactly what your lender wants you to do. If you miss a payment, your lender is happy to charge you a late fee. They are happy when you are making only minimum payments, and if you miss a payment, they are very, very happy. Technically, your loan has two parts. It has the principal, which is the amount you borrowed, and it has the interest, which is the profit your lender makes. This is a percentage that you agree to. Now, some loans have crazy interest rates. I've seen not only in the teens, but I've seen 20 something, even 30 something % on interest, and that is ridiculous. The amount you borrowed grows every day because of your interest rate that you agreed to pay when you signed the documents. The interest rate is how your lender makes money from you. So you want to know that so you can be able to navigate through that. So again, I'm turning here and reading my notes because this is a lot of material for me to memorize everything, but don't be distracted by that because I want to teach you something very important. I have an illustration here. This is a practical example of how Susie's credit card debt could be dealt with. She has a $6,000 credit balance, $150 minimum monthly payments. The interest rate is 18.99%. Now, the result will be like if she pay off, it's gonna take 56 months if she continues with the way the plan is. 56 months, which is a good number of years. Total interest she would have paid is $3,485.73. Total payment, she borrowed $6,000. By total payment is gonna be $9,485. And she would have paid $150 until month 53. Remember, she's making these payments for 56 months. And then she will pay $281 on month 55 until month 55. And then she would finish with $585 on her last month. As you can see, she got $6,000, but she's paying total over $9,000 when she has returned the whole amount, and it has taken her that long. But what if she pays $100 extra? Instead of paying $150 a month, now she's paying now $250 a month. That changes everything. It changes the game. She would pay off in 31 months instead of 56 months. The interest rate will go down to $1,606.87 compared to $3,485.73, and the total payments will be $7,606.85, and she would have paid $250 a month, and then the last month she pays $106.85. Now, if you pay more than the minimum payment, you save time and money. By paying $100 more extra, Susie paid $1,878 less money, and in 25 less months. So, if you're already in debt, you can see how you can help yourself by saving yourself money and getting out of that debt quicker, sooner. But if you continue to pay the minimum payment, That is where your lender wants you to be, because that's how they make money. The goal is to get you out of debt as soon as possible. There's something we call debt snowball or debt snowballing. What is this? I want to teach you a little bit about this, and you can learn more as you read my notes right there. But also, if you still are confused about it, if I happen to be your coach, then I can help you on a one-on-one capacity. Now, most people have more than one loan, which is a problem. Actually, if I can just talk about here in America, a lot of people are struggling with debt. And I know in other countries as well. So let's assume that you have 2 credit cards, an auto loan, and a home mortgage. And you're dealing with that kind of debt. Now, the auto loan is $25,000, and your monthly payment is $519. The interest rate is 4.9. Your home mortgage is $250,000. Your monthly payment is $1,800, and the interest rate is 4%. Your credit card number 1 is $6,000. You're paying $150. The interest rate is 18.99. And credit card number 2 is $3,000, and you're paying $60 monthly, and your interest rate is 16.99. Now, your total monthly minimum payments are $2,529. If you make fixed payments of that amount every month, you can pay off your debts in more than 12 years. That's 144 months. And you would have paid $79,432 in total interest. Just imagine that. A whole whopping $79,000 on interest only. Now, snowballing will enable you to pay your debt off potentially in 6 years and pay off a fraction of the interest rate. So let's look at that. How do snowballing work? So you start attacking the smallest loan. In this case, in this example, you may start attacking the credit card with $3,000. You attack that. Now, instead of making the $60 minimum payment, you find ways, you put more money on that, and you pay that off as quick as possible, while you are still making minimum payments on the other ones. So you attack the smallest and pay it off as soon as you can. Now, once you have finished doing that, for example, if instead of paying $60, you pay $100, or maybe even $200 if you could, and you attack that and you pay off the $3,000. After you finish, you take every penny that you was paying towards the smallest amount with the least interest. You attack the second smallest, or sometimes it's the one with the smallest interest rate. In this case, you're gonna start attacking credit card number 1, because you started with credit card number 2, and you pay that off as well. And when you're done, you go to the car loan. You attack that as well with everything that you was putting on credit card number 1 and number 2 and the car loan. Now you move to the mortgage, and you do that. And if you do that, you will actually pay off your debt sooner than somebody who is only making minimum payments. So what I'm sharing here with you is that if you're not in any debt, if you haven't taken any loans, if you don't have loans, make sure you avoid that. Sometimes maybe with the exception of your mortgage loan, because if you haven't accumulated enough money and you need a home, maybe that mortgage loan is reasonable, but make sure you get the good deal, and we're gonna talk about that later. But avoid debt. Avoid to be a borrower of money, because you're on a mission to build your own wealth. You don't need other people's money if you have your money. And the money that you're wasting on loans, you could be using that money to build your own financial freedom. Guys, there's nothing that is more overwhelming in life when it comes to finances as being in debt. You want to get out of debt, and you want to get out of there soon as possible. And we're here to help you. And this little bit insight I've given you can be one of the ways that you can get out of debt sooner. If you have more questions, if you want to learn more, reach out to us. We'll be able to help you. But I wanted you to get at least that knowledge about debt and try to stay out of it, because debt is choking you. Debt is causing a lot of stress, anxiety, and is causing you not to be able to build your financial house or build your wealth. I hope you're gonna put these things to work and change your life, because all this that you're learning is as if it depends on it. Oh, because it does depend on it. So that's it, what I have for now. As debt is concerned, I know you might have just brought a lot of questions. Feel free to reach out to us, reach out to me, so we can be able to help you even more. I am your coach, Amos Jackson. And with that, I'll see you at the top. Thank you for joining us in this step number 4. Have a great and wonderful day. God bless you.